chicken grease?
It was really good.
Did any of your other siblings, either good or bad, have any foods that they made that you remember?
Keenan made really good breakfast. He used to cook for us all the time. My sister Kim makes a great turkey and a great stuffing. She cooks every Thanksgiving.
Dude, seafood and martini. Did your sister Nadia make anything that you remember?
Nadia made moolah mush. So
that?
we was poor, and sometimes we couldn't afford like meat and food and stuff. There was nothing in the closet to eat. So there was like flour, water, salt and pepper, and we had lard. So my sister would fry the lard, make it hot, and then basically make a flour pancake with salt and pepper in it, and we called it moolah mush.
That's crazy, man.
When you in the projects, you're gonna survive. We didn't have time for wow.
I get it,
that's
man.
moolah mush. That's
I get
wild.
it. I think it's kind of beautiful. It's like looking at Great
How
Depression
do you
recipes.
know about moolah mush, bro?
What do you mean, man?
That's crazy.
I read too much.
I don't think I ever said that. You're a psychic.
If you wanted
You
to,
can tell
like,
the white person made this moolah mush because it's too heavy. And here's
judge
what we're gonna do.
or also is a Filipino man named Tony.
Really, Tony, for you. But I'm gonna take your moolah mush and I'm gonna dip it in this sauce.
There's kind of a beautiful full circle coming from eating moolah mush to not only eating the seafood tower, but eating it multiple times when you're going on tour. That's kind of beautiful. Like,
I made it, mama.
you really did, though. Do the finer things in life mean so much more to you coming from that poor background?
I'm just grateful, right? I think, period, to God for my entire journey. And yes, being raised the way we were raised with no money, being poor, we were rich in love and rich in family. And if I ever went back to being poor again, I know that you can still be happy there. Money hasn't made me any happier. The finer things in life I've learned aren't the finer things in life. The finer things in life is to enjoy life, enjoy every meal, enjoy every conversation, enjoy every encounter, enjoy your losses.
Yeah.
So there is no bad in life. Everything in life is good as long as you're living.
Yeah.
But being that I'm gonna live forever and this is your last meal, cheers.
That's fine, man.
To
I've
moolah
also
mush.
lived a good life, man. I got to eat moolah mush with Marlon Wayans. That's pretty cool.
You know what I'm saying?
One of my favorite stories that you told, though, is how you used to take your mom out on, like, weekly date nights.
Yes, ma'am.
And she used to get the Wagyu steak.
Yeah.
You know, so it sounds like being able to introduce your mom to those finer things in life meant a whole lot to you.
That was a treat for me to take my mother out because my mother always complained about my father never taking her out.
Yeah.
But we were poor. We didn't have money to take you out. You know, I remember she once took her to Benihana's, and Benihana's, she ordered a drink, and that drink came with a ceramic Benihana, and so he took her twice, and my mother kept those ceramic Benihanas as a reminder of those 2 times that my father took her out. I always wanted my mother to feel the love that she always craved that she sometimes couldn't get from my dad. So when it comes to my mom, I used to take her out every Monday. I don't care where I was in the world. I'm flying to California or if I'm flying to New York, and I'm taking her out. We go to a great restaurant, and when we pull up to the valet, the driver would open her door, and she'd go, no. My son's gonna do that. He don't like when people open the door for me. He got it. And he grabbed the cane, he got it. So I would get her cane, I hold her hand, I open her door, I take her to the restaurant.
You must be the youngest.
We'd eat, I let her order whatever she want on the menu. Well, I want that Wagyu. Even though it was like $450 per steak. But it doesn't matter. I mean, and one time she was cursing me out because she had dementia and she would curse me out and she was eating this $400 steak. And I was like, look, you're going to have to hold this argument till you get that $400 steak out your mouth. Or we're going to go have sirloin or ground chuck.
We're going to the Sizzler next time.
And so, pay the bill, I walk her back to her car, I take her back home, she go on the balcony and she waved down, hi, bye, baby, I had a beautiful time. I love you, mama, I love you too. And I would drive off, and 2 minutes later, my mother would call me in the car, I had a beautiful time with you. You sure know how to treat a lady. And we had those magical moments until, she finally couldn't do it no more.
Yeah.
But I miss those days. So now I do it with my family, my children, my daughter, my little one. I take her out Monday nights.
Yeah.
We go on to dinner.
It's beautiful, man. We got to get to this pasta back
Let's go.
situation. So I'm going to set up. So at the restaurant, what we've learned is they will come out
Yep.
with pasta.
Yep.
and they will take all of the leftover seafood juices.
No, they don't.
No, they don't do that. You're the veteran here.
You take and you dump the pasta
Into there.
into
and then we
there.
eat it straight out
But
of there.
you can dump it because that'll make it like,
We'll kind of cook into it a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go. Now, what I would like to do
Please.
is we're going to throw some
Toss
of
it
this
in. Toss it in.
pasta in there.
I know this is my
We're gonna
last
throw some
meal,
of this
but I'd
fish in
like
there.
you to curate this because you're
Yeah,
going to
we're
live
gonna
forever.
do this. I am going to live forever. So this is your last meal, and I'm going to treat you right.
I don't know, man. I'm not calling you daddy, but like I do like appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I do like.
I'm your
it's nice, it's
daddy.
nice.
Now we take this, boom. Now we gonna throw this back in
get
here.
the hell
And you don't
outta
put it all in there. You just put a little bit in there, and now you have some of that pasta back. Boom.
What a romantic date night, Zaddy. Thank you so much for taking me out here.
You welcome, boo.
I don't get to do nice
You
things.
welcome, boo. You know that's what daddy do. You know that's what zaddy do. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my white hoes. You know what I'm saying?
We've discussed I might be 3% African. We did talk about that.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I told you,
3%.
you still don't have enough to say the N word.
I'd never
but
said that I
Maybe
wanted
in a
to say that.
song.
To be clear-
maybe if you're singing lyrics at karaoke, I'll forgive it.
He did say that I could do that, but I want you to know that I don't want to. That's all I'm saying. You know?
You know what's crazy was I tell my white friends, I say, you gotta have a pass. It's like a passport. You have to stamp it with every black person you meet, every new black neighborhood. Just because I give you an N-word pass don't mean
No.
that's a universal pass. That goes for the district and the
100%.
people in the hood that you are familiar with.
Yeah.
Everyone you go to, you got to get a different pass. So you get a pass, karaoke pass.
I appreciate that. But they do redistricting sometimes. And there's an app where you can just see what district, what jurisdiction you're in there. I was about growing up in such a big, funny family. The landscape of entertainment would look completely different without the Wayneses.
Yeah.
Just tracking to In Living Color, you had 5 Wayne siblings. You had Jennifer Lopez. You had David Allen Greer. You had Tommy Davidson. You had Jamie Foxx. You had Jim Carrey. So many things sprung from just that. What ultimately do you want your legacy to be for the comedy and entertainment landscape when it's all said and done?
You know, I don't really think about that.
Yeah.
But what I will say is my brother Keenan was a visionary. You know, what he did with In Living Color, what he did with I'ma Get You Sucker, what he did with my family. Like God was in him. Because that came from a very special, unselfish place to make sure that his siblings were taken care of, to make sure that he helped his mother and father and buy them a house after he's seen them struggle their whole life. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I've had 5, I grew up in a house with legends. So I think Keenan had the baton and he taught us how to be farmers and agriculturalists. When that baton is in my hand right now, I want us to be industry, education, and philanthropy. And philanthropy I'm passing on. That's my son in them. That's their baton. That's Craig in them. That's their baton.
Yeah.
But we're going to be industry, and we're going to do education, which is institution, and that's continuing legacy. You know, I read the book 8 Habits of Highly Successful People, and that's the blueprint.
Yeah.
And so what Keenan and Damon did, and Kim and Sean, you know, they blazed a trail for me, and I follow that, and then I was like, no, I got to go this way, because I can't follow you guys where you took me, because I got to take your kids and my kids somewhere else.
If they made a Wayans family biopic, would it just be cast with other younger generation Wayans?
You're goddamn right. That's the only way to do it.
Which
That's the
Wayans
o-
is playing you, man?
My son got to play me, but he may not be goofy enough to play me. You know what? I'd have to say Axel. My 2-year-old would have to play me.
Yeah?
Because she gets me.
Get ready for the role right now,
She's
man.
crazy enough. She's little me.
All right, give me 1 sec. I gotta go check on the next course. I need 3 chicken, 1 salad all day, chef.
Yes, chef.
We've cooked meals in this kitchen for some of the biggest celebrities on the planet, and well, that little bit.
Sometimes I take Axel. We're going to go with the cycle. Cheers.
What are we eating here? Should we go with the salad first?
Yes. We're going to go with the cyclone salad. I usually have this when I go to Pache. Sometimes I take Axel on a date there,
Yeah.
and we go and she tears the place up.
Talking about filming Requiem for a Dream and Scary Movie at the same time.
I was filming
That's
Requiem
nuts.
for a Dream, Scary Movie, and Dungeons and Dragons,
Jesus Christ.
all at the same time.
Man.
The concept of doing all 3 of those movies at the same time is crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm crazy
I've noticed it's great.
I think you either take your insanity and you turn it into genius, or you just become insane. You have to do. I'm a doer, and the more I do, and I don't know, my assistant, I drive her Ebony crazy, and it's because she's like, "You added a show?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because I work.
Yeah.
Because that occupies any empty space in my mind. I'm here for a purpose. I'm working.
What are you afraid of that empty space? Because a lot of people like to live in that empty space.
I'm afraid that I'm wasting time. If I'm going to be here, I'm going to leave behind something beautiful, because then if I'm gone, because you know I'm living forever. If I'm gone, everybody's going to have, the world's going to have all this stuff that I left behind that they can watch. And so when I'm gone, I'm still living. I'm living through their laughs. I'm living through what I made them feel. I'm living through what I taught them. This synapse called life. What are you doing in that synapse? I dedicate to my art. I just thought, let me just work. I'm gonna do stand-up. I'm gonna do characters. I'm gonna do drama. I'm gonna go to performing arts high school. I'm gonna go to film school. I'm gonna write movies. What I've applied myself to has allowed me to be something even different than my heroes.
Yeah.
Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, Jim Carrey, Damon Wayans. I want to be an undeniable force of nature, and that's what my brother raised me to be. That's what he whispered in my ear about what success was. And I take that shit very seriously.
It comes through, man. I mean, comedy, drama, intensity, it all comes through in your movie Him. And all of those things come through really, really hard. I believe Jordan Peele took you aside on set and said, hey, let me take 15 minutes to tell you how special you are.
You be reading too much, will you?
I read a lot, man. I like to read.
Are you on my shoulder?
Here's the thing. You
Snowflake, you watching?
But why do you think Jordan took the time to do that?
Because I think Jordan understands that we're made from the same cloth. Jordan Peele understands how hard it is to do sketch, how hard it is to do comedy, how hard it is to be able to take this light and this energy and this desperate thing that you have to make people laugh and to hone that energy into making people feel.
Yeah.
And then to come out of that energy to make people laugh again. There's rare people that know what it takes and have assigned themselves to this tireless journey of being an artist.
Oh, man. Dig into the soup. The soup's getting cold, man.
Oh, thank God, because it's spicy. You're going to sweat.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're going to ask me for my washcloth. Oh, yeah.
Shit. Ooh, that is, man.
Ooh.
All spicy seafood. This is.
That one right there. Woo!
Talking about this idea of legacy and charging hard for greatness, and you're obviously on track to be like one of the goats of comedy. In the movie Him, they take a pretty harsh lens on the idea of sacrificing for this idea of almost being this kind of God-given savior. There's so many different parallels to your life that you could draw from that movie, but I'm curious where you found the most similarities.
I don't know if Jordan Peele and Justin Tipping know, but they probably saved my life.
No shit.
I had lost 65 people I loved.
Jeez.
And I had a new baby. And I was doing so much. And then I got this movie, Him. I looked at this character and I was like, he's dark. So I got to dive in a dark pool to find this character. All right, let's go. So I dove in this murky pool to go find this character. Went on walks, started meditating, sitting in red light therapy, read a bunch of books, read Relentless by Tim Groven, just what it takes to be a great. And I dove in that pool to get Isaiah. And I grabbed Isaiah's hand and I looked up and I saw Marlon. I saw Marlon Wayans just floating like dead in the pool.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, I know I'm getting this character, but I need to go get him.
Yeah.
He's broken, but he doesn't even know his potential yet. Let me go breathe life into Marlon. But come on, Isaiah. So Isaiah meet Marlon.
Yeah.
So him became him. And I understand through God's journey and through the lens of God, understanding what now I'm supposed to do. And I haven't owned what I am or what I do. I've been very humble about, but now you have to own it. right? At this point, you got to own it, and it only comes from the confidence of doing the work. And I don't get